Hi fellas, how you doing? So I decided to record a video on the go, just running errands, daily stuff. Okay, you might ask, who am I to listen to, and am I qualified to talk about the things? Well, let me tell you, I have a PhD in international relations, and I did my research. I'm also the passively trading cryptos right now. Everybody can do that on a Coinbase.com or similar websites. And I'm a big patriot of the United States. I'm an immigrant, but I think that it's really the greatest country in the world right now because of different things, but mostly because of the democracy and the price of the human life here. What I mean by that, wherever you go, I traveled a lot of countries, about 30 different countries around the world, and the difference between the third world countries and leading countries of the world is that even though they might be economically stronger, they don't have the human life priority thing. It's not about human rights and democracy in the wide understanding of it. Let's say China, for instance, right? Obviously China is going to become sooner or later, with these attempts, if they would not change anything, which there is a high chance that they will, the government, the Communist Party would like to get some piece of the ongoing actions from the business that they have right now. And if that will happen, that will be very good and fortunate for the United States. But there is a 50% of chance of that happening. Anyways, in China, if you have money, you're powerful. If you have connections within the Communist Party, you're powerful. You can dictate other people, even if they don't want to do something, you can dictate them to do something, and they will have to do that. For instance, now the famous, the richest man in the Asia, I believe he was a certain time, Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba. His Chinese name is something different, but everybody calls him Jack Ma. Alibaba, in case if you don't know, it's a big deal. Mostly everything that is sold on Amazon was outsourced through Alibaba. It's a kind of big hub that they have right now in China, and this is a billion-dollar company. Now, why it's important? A couple of weeks ago, he disappeared. You just don't disappear when you are... Oh, by the way, also Alibaba is a publicly traded company in New York Stock Exchange. So you just don't disappear if your company being sold on New York Stock Exchange and you're a CEO, you're the richest man in Asia. You just don't go and disappear. So obviously some action was going on there back in the back scene. I think he was just taken by the government, and he was told that, okay, you made your fortune, it's time to share. So this is the thing that pushed the United States forward. No one will kidnap you here in the middle of the day and will demand you to share your money with the government. Or if you get in an accident, it doesn't matter who you are. If you are not, most of the time, like 99% of the time, if you are not in fault, the person who is in fault, he will pay for that. That's how the law and order works. That's the first thing that keeps America in front. That's the thing that makes Chinese people or people from China, because there are different kind of nationalities there, to come here to invest here in California, in the United States. That's the thing that keeps them coming. Not only Chinese people, all over the world. Mighty and powerful people. They come to the United Kingdom, they come to the United States, they go to Germany, Switzerland, countries that they know no one will touch them. Because in their own country, everything might change in just a second. I know that because I used to live in Ukraine. There were 3 revolutions there, and the last president, he just ran away. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that the main threat nowadays to the United States I believe it's not a terrorism, not Islamists or anything like that. Of course, that is also dangerous. You will not control it. Some people are just crazy, act and do crazy things in the name of Islam and are not related to Islam in any ways. But the biggest threat is now is China, I believe, and Chinese economy. You know, if the Bitcoin will get stronger, and let me tell you this too, that 90%, I believe it's 80 or 90% of all Bitcoin mining is going on in China. So they know that if Bitcoin will be able to become an international currency and it will be more powerful than US dollar, which is probability, it's a high probability thing to happen. If the Bitcoins become more powerful, there is a high chance that many organizations, including some inside of the United States, will switch to the Bitcoin. And it will be the huge deal, because if people will start to trade in Bitcoin, if they will start to sell in Bitcoin, if Saudis, for instance, will start to sell oil in Bitcoin, there will be less and less demand to the US dollar. It will mean that not only US dollar, but also euros. And the thing with Bitcoin is, I think the people who stand behind it are somehow related to Chinese government, because Chinese government was trying years and years to push yuan, Chinese currency, as international currency. But no one trusts yuan, because everybody knows that, you know, it's Chinese government standing behind of yuan, and how they are corrupt. You know, at the end of the day, Communist Party, I mean, how good they can be, right? They're still corrupt people. You know, if someone is elected, they can be a chairman or president of China, like unlimited period of time. No respect to any kind of human rights and you know, private property, etc. You can just get executed in the middle of the day just because someone in the Communist Party would not like how you look like. Anyways, that and some other reasons were preventing yuan from becoming international trading currency. I mean, Saudi Arabians would not go and trade oil for yuan, but they would do that for US dollar. And not only Saudi Arabia, I mean, whole world works with USD. That's why they call the US dollar. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is Bitcoin is a weird thing, because no one knows who was the inventor of the thing. There is a presumption that the guy by the nickname Satoshi or something like that came up with that stuff, and it's just only a presumption. There is no known fact. No one basically controls it. That's what is being told to us. But I don't think that much money just could, you know, be around and be without any kind of control. It's just weird. I know that it's decentralized. I know how the cryptocurrency works. I know how the blockchain technology works. But with all that being said, it's really hard to believe that these things exist just on their own. Anyways, if United States institutions, financial institutions especially, will start to trade Bitcoin and accept it as a form of payment, it will be a huge threat to the United States state security, because dollar will be losing value. It's already losing value because it's being printed in infinite amounts. I mean, there is no limit that government can print dollars, and it's just an issue of valuation. If people will start to accept Bitcoin as they accept USD right now in the world, it will start to mean end to the United States governance in the world. And this is why I think that the government will ban, or they should ban, Bitcoin specifically, and initially they will probably go for other cryptos, except those who are based in the United States, like Dogecoin, which, I mean, most people say that it's not a serious thing anyways. But Ethereum also, although the platform is Canadian, but the CEO of Ethereum company, or I don't know how they call it. Vitalik Buterin, he's a Russian. He's a Canadian grown Russian, but he's still Russian. And I was watching a documentary a couple days ago how Russian officials were meeting him. Obviously, Russia is under sanctions right now because of lots of stuff that goes on there. And they just, dream about getting rid of US sanctions and start trading oil as they used to in the old good times. And Ethereum is one of the ways to, skip the US sanctions, because Europe obviously cannot, it's very convenient for Europe to have Russian gas supplied to Europe. Putin was even joking about it. And if there will be a way to, get paid in Ethereum and then have this Ethereum transferred to some kind of different currency, or it might be some kind of oil or similar thing, gold or other natural resource, that will be a big deal. That's why it's really important for crypto guys to be as much as transparent as they can. Obviously, one of the big pros of the cryptos is that it's really hard to track them. I mean, normal transactions you can track who paid where. It's a Swift system. If you, of course, if it's not in cash, all cash, you can easily track everything. Even cash can be tracked now because they have numbers on the banknote. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is we're living in unprecedented times right now, and United States have to realize, the government, Washington, that everything is changing very rapidly, and it's a game of adaptation. The first country that will adapt will take over, and it's going to be really a nightmare if China will become the dominant force in the world. It will be just nightmare for everyone else except the Communist Party. Even people inside of China hate them. Now imagine what will happen if they will take over, like, the world dominance. It will be like, Star Wars, Star Empire taking over or something like that. So basically, I think that I just want to encourage people, who are related to politics, just to take stronger steps. It's time to act and do something with the regulation of cryptocurrencies, because it just cannot go on its own. It can be sometime, it will be too late to take action. Now it's not late, but if we'll wait a little longer, if I already read the news that some, United States financial institutions are preparing to switch to crypto, and if this will happen, it will be craziest thing. So thank you for watching, guys. Let me know in comments what you think about it. I really love to hear. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.